Okay, so the next question is, what do we need to know about the birds in Mexico seeing an environmental crisis? So what it was the birds uh flying in a circular motion?
Well, they had all descended on this town or this street, billions of birds. It was on Twitter. It's a shame because I can't reference it for people to look it up. Um, Maybe I'll somehow try and put it on the community page or send it to you and you put the screenshot so people can see what we're referring to. Basically, they were saying, look at all these billions of birds descended on this street in Mexico. Maybe they know something about an environmental crisis because birds tend to act, like that when they sort of, have insight, if you know what I mean.
Okay, so does the birds have to do with does it have to do with environmental crisis in Mexico? Okay, let's see. Well, I didn't get a yes, and it looks like you didn't get a yes.
But they know something. They know something because for the outcome, I got disappointments.
Yeah,
They
I
know
got
something.
I got the Knight of Wands for the past. I got Judgment for the present, and I
Mm.
got Six of Cups for the future. So I think it's something. I mean, I'm looking at the present. So it's the Judgment card is, major arcana, and you also got a major arcana in the
Yeah,
present.
cool.
So, I mean, this is something significant.
But maybe spontaneous, like it just happened with the fall.
Yeah,
Sudden.
it's something spontaneous, and it has to do with, I don't know, judging a situation. It has to do with
What was your
an
last
awakening. It has to do something with the last one was Six of Cups. So
Oh,
it has to do with uh some sort of
do you know what
awakening.
I
I
think?
mean, it could be a spiritual awakening.
Do you know what I think as well? You've got the Six of Cups, water. I've got the Five of Cups, water. Water. Do you think there's going to be like some kind of drought or water, something to do with the water?
Mudslide.
Wow.
It could be something having, yeah, you're right. It could be something having to do with water. It could be like a mudslide.
Should we ask if it's an environmental event that we
Yeah,
know,
let's ask.
or is it something we need to be concerned about?
See, is this event environmental? Ooh, see, let me just ask again. So that environmental. Well, I got the moon.
for the
I got
past.
Justice, and I got Five of Swords. I feel like it's just not. I don't feel like this question is being clearly answered. I don't know. What do you feel about this?
Well, interesting that for the past I have the Five of Pentacles, which is an odd card because there's snow in the picture and like lack of rejection. So I'm wondering if there is something seasonal that's been affecting them because, like I said, there's snow in that picture. And the next card I have is the King of Swords. So maybe something I don't know. I'm wondering if it's the what they're saying is true, that that it is an environmental issue. And for the outcome, I have magician. Now,
Something manipulated. It's being manipulated, like something that's going to be
so
manipulated.
do you think that and that is about the weather being manipulated because they're turning their back on something, there's a lack of a loss, and then manipulated and is it affecting their seasonal patterns? Maybe how normally they migrate and maybe they're stopping and migrating and they're migrating in the wrong place because the weather is affecting their journey or the environment's affecting their journey where they can't get water to fly, or I don't know, it's just a
But it
guess.
does have something to do with water because I think this card
Wow.
is saying that. But I also got in the back of my head, I'm and I just got uh, you know that came in from my guides. I heard pole shift, so it has something to do with the pole shifting.
Really? Wow. Wow. Because magician's also tricky. So wow, it definitely looks like it's affected them then in some way.
Yeah, so I think, but then you got like a manipulation.
Mm. Which is tricky, yeah, can be tricky.
So
But
it could be
you know
it's maybe a little bit of both, like nature and some sort of manipulation.
what weather manipulation.
Yeah,
And also that because he's about communicating, sending and receiving signals. So I'm feeling like if it's the pole shift and the weather changing and their flight pattern getting confused, that maybe they're not getting, because they must get messages in a way, intuition, that they know it's time to migrate. This is what birds do. And depending on the climate. So it must be like, suddenly like if you get warm weather in the winter, then suddenly the birds come out and they get really
right.
confused because it's not their normal migration pattern of what they do. That's actually quite sad, really, if it's
So
affecting like that.
it makes sense to get justice because there's a balance and it's affecting the balance.
Mm. Yes.
So this is, it makes total sense that these cards are together because, it's off balancing, you know, there are things that are off balance
So they're
having to do with
probably
water.
landing somewhere where they're not meant to land on
Right,
the street in Mexico. That's actually terribly sad.
right. So yeah, this is okay. See, it's making sense.
Amazing. But I don't think that's, they'll try and say, oh, but it's climate change. My feeling is stop manipulating the weather and then maybe animals can do what they're meant to do and naturally migrate.
Right. Interesting. Okay. Do you want to move on to the next
Yeah,
question?
sure.
Okay. So the next question is, what is the nature of President Trump and Diana's relationship? I don't know if the cards are going to answer that question, if we're meant to know, but let's see.
Mhm. Oh, what was the question I said originally? I said we should ask, and you didn't put it in the question. And I'm telling you now, before you say it, look what I've got right in the middle of them. A boy.
Oh, see? Wait, hold on. Let me mix them up better. Okay,
What did you get?
I got 3 of wands.
Okay.
I got, for the past, I got 7 of wands. And then I got not seven. I got the chariot. So we have 2 sevens here, which is very interesting. That means there is a spiritual connection there.
Wow.
And we have the 7 of wands, which also is saying they have a very unique relationship.
Wow.
And I wanted to, let's see, I pulled up another card, which I got the Hemprint because I needed a clarifier. So to me, this means like, what does this mean to you? I mean, you have the lovers there. So definitely, there's some sort
Well,
of, like some sort of marriage.
I wonder if that's and that Hierophant is some kind of union.
Yeah, union, marriage.
Yeah.
Definitely. So we're both getting the same thing. And to me, the 3 of wands is saying, like, this happened in the past.
Wow.
I mean, that's what I feel from this card.
So you think they were definitely together?
I think there is a possibility that they are together.
What now?
Yeah.
Wow.
And, the chariot, is like them moving forward with their lives in the future, full steam
Wow.
ahead. I don't know. What do you have to add to this?
Oh, odd, because I have the Eight of Swords in the past, but I also think this could be them. This literally could be them. That could be her, him, and in between them.
Yeah, but also the swords, the 8 of swords is like something that the public isn't aware of. And then
Yeah.
the page of swords is information and innuendo.
However, the page is also a boy,
Yes, is that as well.
and it's right in the middle of both cards, which I find quite unusual. And then the lovers,
Right.
partnership. So you didn't want to ask that question, I remember. Was there a reason you didn't want to ask it?
I just didn't want to, dive
Put it out
into other
there,
people's
private lives.
private affairs. Yeah.
The only reason I sometimes, if I ask, it's because it's Janine's already done it, or someone's already
Right.
done it. It's already
Right.
out there. So I always feel like, yes, you shouldn't because we're not meant to. But then I always feel, well, so and so's already said it. But fair enough. I've got the page of swords, but that can be a boy, but that can also be information. So it's 50-50, just I'm not,
Right.
we're not saying it is, we're not saying it isn't, and
Right.
Chris is certainly saying nothing.
Right. All right. So next question. When will we see a significant financial change in the world with the banks? So how should we ask this question? Should we just put the intention? I mean, I like to put an intention out there and just usually say, well, how many months or how many weeks? So should we ask this in months or weeks? I don't know how you want to do this.
Don't know, you choose.
All right, so we'll say in how many months
Okay.
will we see a significant financial change in the world with the banks? Okay. Do you want to go
I don't
first?
I don't think I'm getting months at all. Um, I just don't. First of all, we're talking about finances, so I feel that there's a huge. I feel my cards are just saying different, completely different, like not really to do with what you're saying. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like they're just saying there's a huge abundance there. That's finances. That I think wants to come forward with the Eight of Wands, wants to move in. But unfortunately, this is about disappointing news. We're not being told about it yet. I don't feel, because there's no months cards here either. So I don't feel I'm getting an answer to that. I feel like mine's saying something different. What do you think?
Okay, well, I got Seven of Swords, I got Ace of Swords, and I got Ace of Pentacles. So I think what this is saying to me, the seven, I believe that we probably may not see something significant. It may take about 7 months. And I think that is very interesting because who was I listening to? It was an astrologer. I was listening to an astrologer, Joni Patry. She does Vedic astrology. And she said that March is going to be a difficult month. And she was talking about Biden and China. She was really talking about that. But I think that March is going to be a difficult month. I think she's right. And to really truly see, I think she did mention something about 7 months. I don't remember now. I can't remember if it was her or somebody else. But I think it's going to take a while to really see the benefits of everything that's going on. And I really think that we won't see benefits until the end of this year. And I mean, I can see it taking 7 months. So, and the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles really says to me, I would say, maybe even like the summertime,
Mm.
like we're in February, March, April.
Then I've got the sun.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean yeah, that's about 6, 7 months, we're in February. So yeah, it could be, it could be 7 months. So I'm going to go with 7 months.
Bit disappointing though when we're all broke. We all want it tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. All right. So, and I hope I am right. I really do. Because I don't know, people can only take so much.
I know. And I don't know if people can go a whole year, I
Right.
certainly hope something happens by the summer.
Right. All right. So next question, what do we need to know? Okay, yeah, this was my question because the last video that we did, we ran out of time.
Mm.
So what do we need to know about the event that will happen this year that will unite us? Because I mentioned that I saw an event that was going to unite us. So, all right. So I just want to tune into that.
Like it could be anything. What do you think it is?
I have an idea oh, these two cards just popped out, which is it's a celebration. I I believe this is a celebration after feeling, the heaviness and burden, after pretty much
Yeah.
hard times.
Mm.
All right, so let me just see. Yeah, this is gonna flip everything. Hmm. All right, so I got the Knight of Pentacles and I got the Ace of Wands and I also got Eight of Cups. Interesting.
I got it. I got it just looking at those cards. Similar to what I've got for different reasons.
Okay, I'll let you go first.
Well, from yours, and then you can say what you think. I'm feeling like it's trying to say that there's been inspired with because people will be inspired because behind the scenes they've been working really hard on a battle. Hang on, you had the Knight of Pentacles, you had the Ace of Wands. What was the other card?
So it was Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Wands,
And
and Eight of Cups.
Eight of Cups. Yeah, I think what it's saying is what will unite us is the fact that people are going to be inspired because they're going to find out that there's been a secret battle and they've been working behind the scenes with the Knight of Pentacles and people have been taken out. The Eight of Cups. That's my feeling. And the only reason I say that as well is because I look at my own cards and I have in the past, there's been a very frustrating battle that's been taking place. And it's been very frustrating, but it's a secret because it's been high priestess, sorry. So it's been done in secret behind the scenes. And this is five of swords. So this is like a battle. And I think when people suddenly realize when they catch up that we've been fighting this battle, I feel intuitively that will unite us. That's just a rough, what I feel, but you might feel something different with my cards and your cards.
Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles, I really think this has to do with what you said, um, working hard and working in the background and patience, perseverance. And also I feel like it's a military card, because I feel like the military is also part of this. And Ace of Wands, I feel like this is, I'm getting it's the awakening. Um, it's just everything. It could even be the EBS.
Yeah.
And people just stepping away from the old paradigm
Yeah.
and the old way of thinking. And I pulled some more cards, which I got Six of Wands. So this is to me triumph, a celebration.
Brilliant.
And also, see, this is what I got last time. I feel like it's something that is gonna have to do with, the off-worlders. It's something that people are gonna see.
Wow.
I think that,
Not
let
sure
me,
I want to see that yet.
yeah, let me just see if the event, I'm gonna ask a direct question. Does the event have to do with the off-worlders? See, I got these cards again. I got the exact same cards again. So,
Wow.
I mean, Ace of Wands is yes. So I think it has something to do with the off-worlders. Like it could
It could.
be that people are going to have a mass visitation,
Mm.
um, something
Remember,
along those lines. I don't know.
it could be the Eight of Cups as well. It could be saying that they've been kept away from us, like so
Yeah,
we don't have knowledge.
it's just a mixed bag of things, like
Mm.
of events.
Well, I think it's all going to come together at once. The whole thing is going to
Yeah,
come, and it's going to
yeah,
be everything at once, and it's going to be overwhelming because I think people are going to realize it's not just going to be your money system. It's going to be big wigs, and it's going to be stuff like what you're saying, and it's going to everything. And then our history hasn't been what we thought, and cancer cures have been suppressed, and I think it's going to be quite overwhelming
yep.
actually.
I think it's, and it's all happening now,
Mm. But in
but
a way, everyone says, and I feel the same, why can't this happen tomorrow? But in a way, it's a good thing in a way because it's giving people time to start. People are waking up, researching. So when it happens, it isn't going to be such a shock. And when you said to me about Diana and Mr. T, that theory's been around for quite a while.
oh
And
yeah, it has
in
been.
a way, it's better that it is put out there because if it turns out to be absolutely true, I think it's, with people sort of talking, oh, have you heard the rumor? It won't make it such a shock if it is true, because otherwise I think it seriously could backfire because it's going to be shocking. So in a way, it's good that there's sort of gossip on the grapevine and people are like, because if it does happen, it's like, oh, it's not such a overwhelming
Such a
surprise.
shock, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let's go on to the next question. Um, what will the end of this year look like for the collective consciousness?
Phew.
Wow, I like your cards.
So do I. What did you get?
I got the Ace of Swords. Oh, you got that too.
No way. So did I. Snap.
I got the
For the
Five of
past.
Cups, which is kind of okay.
Wow.
And then I got Knight of Pentacles, which you got the King of Pentacles. And
Yeah.
I drew up I got another card just for
Wow.
clarifier. So Ace of Wands. So I think what I was saying, I think the end of the year is gonna look financially better. Definitely. Because I mean, look at your middle card. Everyone's kind of holding on to their
Yeah.
money.
Right now. This is right
And
now.
Five of Cups,
Hanging in.
people are just disappointed,
Yeah.
there's setbacks. So yeah, I mean, it's very similar. Wow, I
Yeah.
can't believe we both got the Ace of
I
Swords.
know. Now, what do you think that's saying? Because it's in the past in a way.
I think it has to do with the information that's out there and just people absorbing the information and processing it.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yes, the truth is coming out about the
Yeah,
information.
all the truth, the
And
information.
actually, mine are all about money. So the truth's coming out about the money, and we've had to hold on to our money, but actually, we probably didn't need to, but because of, it wasn't meant to be like this. But definitely in the future, by Christmas, we're going to
Yep.
be pretty A-OK for money by the looks of
Yeah,
things.
and I mean the Knight of Pentacles, when you have a card looking, because he's looking to the right, that's the future. I
Yeah.
remember in Ashal's class, if they're looking to the left, the card's facing the left, then that's the
Wow.
past. So, and this card also, he's facing the past. So he's looking to the left. So that's the past.
Wow.
Okay. So now we're up to the last question. What will happen to the public schools in the next 3 years?
Yeah, do you want to speak a little bit about what's happening where you are? Because I don't have the same
Yes.
thing in the UK at all. So in the UK, we have no, as far as I know, no major issues with schools. I feel like
Well,
everything's almost back to normal.
yeah, here in New Jersey, there are some issues. I mean, I don't know about any other states. I think other states are probably experiencing the same thing. Um, it basically is, the problem is they're just pushing, the leftist ideals into the schools, and pushing the transgenderism. I don't have a problem, if you are, if you're gay, straight, bisexual, whatever, I don't have a problem, but I feel like it doesn't belong in the classroom. That's something that you talk, children need to be taught by their parents about those subjects. And
Yeah.
I don't believe it has a place in the classroom. I've had gay friends, I don't have a problem with that.